Hi, hello. You want to be a virtual assistant, but you don't know where to start. Let me tell you a bit about my journey. So, how did I get started with all of this? In 2019, I really wanted a job. I wanted something flexible. I wanted something that I could use my time and my talents to my advantage. But I was like, I don't know how to do that. I was studying, still am studying, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I knew I needed something because I wanted to socialize. I wanted some freedom when it came to finances. At the same time, I wanted to learn to work in a way that seemed somewhat unconventional to a lot of other people around me. So in 2020, I attempted to figure things out. I tried some of those freelancer programs and those freelancer websites. I just found those at the time weren't for me. So I found something else that was transcribing. Now, transcribing is listening to an audio and then typing out what that audio says. I'm still a part of that company. However, they have seasons. So I did that for quite a while. And then fast forward middle of 2020 to the end of 2020, I found Jessica Hawks on TikTok. She provides a lot of free resources on virtual assisting, what it is, how to kind of get involved, and she also an affordable book or guide for people who can't afford her bigger classes or who just want to know a little bit more about the virtual assisting world. That's what I did. I spent a lot of time in my head about everything and I wanted to get started, but I didn't know, and I didn't know what it's supposed to look like. You're creating, if you're doing YouTube, if you're attempting to do Instagram lifestyle or virtual assisting, whatever it is, you get very in your head about initially what it's supposed to look like. And that was me with this virtual assisting. The premise that Jessica Hawks was talking about was starting online in terms of Instagram, setting up an Instagram, using that as your platform to spread the word that you're available to work and share valuable information and entertainment. So come 2020, I attempted it, but I didn't give it enough energy or time. I got overwhelmed with, again, what things were supposed to look like. I wasn't in the right headspace, to be very honest with you, about what I wanted to do. In the end, I found that during that year, I was very concerned about my studies. During that time, I tried other things. So I tried YouTube, I tried lifestyle Instagram. I tried to really immerse myself in things that were creative and things that I had wanted to do for a long time. I was just so nervous to do. And I was less concerned about making money and I was more concerned about feeding that creative part of my brain. And I still want to do that, feed that creative part. But at the same time, there are still other things that I want to do. There are things that I need to do for myself. So I found a way that I could be creative, but still do things that I want to do things that I needed to do. I'd always wanted to be this service provider, provide skills, help out here and there. I had done that in the past. I'm involved in other things outside of the online space in which I help people. I wanted to do that, but there is this side of the internet where I had to be creative. I had to figure out how to be creative with trends, how to be creative just sometimes on the spot. That whole experience at pause taught me that. How to use my creative brain to make something that was possibly useful. Maybe it was just something funny that was relatable. So in the end of 2021, I put the effort in and I started a VA Instagram. So by 2022, I was putting a lot of effort into my virtual assisting Instagram. It has been a journey in creating content, understanding the Instagram algorithm. I started putting effort and I was consistent and I got my first client, which has been amazing. Again, it's been a learning process. People have asked me, do they need experience? Can they do this while they're studying? And totally, it's all about your approach and your mindset. I have been studying online for the past 3.5 years, which means I have to force myself to learn how to prioritize, learn what is necessary, what's not necessary. The figure out, hey, what do I want? What do I need to do? How am I going to be fulfilled in what I'm doing, outside of what I'm doing? I had to figure all of that stuff out, but I was doing it all by myself. And I just learned a lot. And then with the pandemic and everything, I had extra to learn about myself. I found that through time, I figured out what I wanted to do. I'd say that if you give yourself the opportunity to just be quiet with yourself, figure out what you want to do, then you can figure out if this is the right path for you right now. I think the virtual assisting world is open to anyone. I don't think there's much of a limit there in the ways that you can help people. Another thing is needing experience. We all seem to have somewhat of experience when it comes to, let's say, social media or helping out in certain ways or understanding admin work. But a lot of skills that you do learn along the way are teachable skills that whomever is interested in working with you, they could teach you that, but understand that at the same time we all kind of have the skills and we can teach ourselves how to do things. But it is very important that if you do end up trying to work with someone, being honest about not being able to do something, or in a situation where you could learn it yourself, it doesn't have to cost you money to learn certain skills. That is about it for my journey. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was somewhat informative about my journey into this virtual space. I'd love to know if you have any questions for me. I'll do my best to answer those questions. You can either send them via DMs or you can leave them in the comments below. Give this video a like so I know that this is the kind of content you want to see, or if there's other content you want to see, you can also leave that down in the comments, and I'll see you soon.